right, see what we got going on. Let me go here. Hey, what's up, Adrian? What's going on? What's going on? 20, what's good? What up, Drip? What's good? Mikel Brooks out there. Hey, the homies are out. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat just in case people want to join. Got some stuff to talk about. Appreciate you joining, Drippy, holding down Twitch. Young Clips was good. Did you see that? I did see the leak. I made a video about it, Pilot Man. I put a video on TikTok. Hey, what's up, Timothy Ashby? Thank you for holding down Facebook. Yo, yo, what's good, yo, yo? Yo, yo said, yo. Big Detroit. Shout out to the homies in Detroit. Came through in the nick of time, yes. Crow 10, what's going on? What's good, Brand? Humble Rasta, what up, Humble Rasta? What's good? I got a question about 2K22. You think the shot meter is good or bad? Hey, thank you, Dre. Love is love. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you for watching on YouTube as well, Timothy. Prodigy, what it is? So is the shot meter good or bad? We got some stuff to talk. We got some stuff to show too. Maybe I should just show this. We could go into the news tracker and show up those animations. These are the dunking animations, your dunking celebrations. That's what you're gonna be seeing. That's the motion capture for it. Is the shot meter good? Well, I'm not a shot meter type of player, and most competitive players aren't shot meter type of players. But what up, baby Clay? TikTok 2K posted. I have to double check it. But I think it's good for new players. I think the new shot meter is good for new players. Anything that could create a larger visual for new players getting on 2K is a good thing for players to get adjusted before they take off that shot meter. Remember, you're still getting a boost for taking off your shot meter. So anything that could help new people, new players, that's a good thing. And it being much larger is going to help them out tremendously. At least that's what I think. What up, Hershey? What's good, man? I like them dunk celebrations. They look dope. Current gen still better? All right. What up, Cam Loco? I hope you're having a blessed day as well. Appreciate all the blessings. Shout out to 29 in the chat. Yeah, definitely appreciate all the blessings. So that's what we're looking at for the dunking celebrations. We could definitely go back into it and talk about it some more. Next gen finna be good. All we need is a builder vid. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait to get my hands on the builder. You shoot with square. Well, there's no shot timing anymore, yeah? There's no like shot aiming, I mean. There's no shot aiming. So shooting with square. I shoot with square as well. They need to add a mean mug dunk celebration. They probably got something like that. Even though this guy got a mask on. I'm looking at the celebrations right now myself, and I mean, we used to have stuff like that. Do you guys not remember? Donnie Miller, appreciate you. It was good. We used to have stuff like that. It was the celebration after 2 points. You immediately hit it and you get the dunking. So maybe it's the automatic celebration now. Yeah, shot aiming's gone. When you think people gonna start getting the super early copies and leaking stuff? I say Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I'm interested to know myself. They are, you know, there's always gonna be somebody that gets the stuff early. You know, they're not gonna be able to play online, and I think a huge portion of the community is really waiting to see like what online looks like, what the city's gonna look like. The My Career stuff, especially that My Career is now taking place in the city, it's gonna be hard to show stuff off. So I wonder if the game is gonna even be active. I'm gonna see what they could do offline. I wonder what you can do with the game offline. That's interesting. You got 2 builds in mind? You pre-ordered this morning? Nice. Congrats, man. They need the tap head dunk. 2 builds in mind. 2 builds in mind. I don't know if you know, but the dunk meter has been there since 2K20. Remember Beast by Night? No, this is not a dunk meter, y'all. It's not a dunk meter per se. It's to time aggressive dunks. So that is why they're calling it the aggressive skill dunk, and that meter is there just to time your aggressive dunks. So even if we had it, it's still something different this year. They're basically using it for you to time your aggressive dunks and increase the chances of you getting a contact dunk. That's what the aggressive dunk meter is about. That's what this new thing is about. So in other words, if you're by yourself, there's nobody in the paint, you're not going to be using the aggressive dunk meter because nobody's there. And you use posterizer to help you get contact dunks if you're just using like the left, right, or up, or even square button to dunk. But you'll get that dunk meter if you're trying to catch a body out there. So you see somebody in the paint, you're trying to catch that body, you want to press down with R2 or right trigger pressed, and it'll go. Godly Vibes, what up? Next gen looks dope, I think, and the meter popped out when you try to dunk. You had to time it. Probably just show hairstyles and animations, and they always go to shoot around and show the dribble. Yeah, that's true. They could show that. If people are playing My Career in the city to help find active park. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to matchmaking, man. They gotta get it right. They gotta get it right. Late Night Vibes, Big Hack, was good. Blessed out there. Yeah, man. My Career is my favorite thing. So does PS4 not have it? Yeah, you're gonna have the traditional My Career in current gen. The difference with next gen and current gen is that next gen is gonna be incorporated into the city. So you're gonna start out straight in the city. You're gonna get a little cutscene, and then you're gonna go. This is from the executive producer. I think his name is Steve Bonish, something like that. I could have messed up the first name, but I know Bonish is the last name. Well, you're gonna start out, you get a little cutscene, and then go right into the city to start whatever quests you want to do, like however you want to pursue. Whether you're just rolling around or you're gonna just start a quest, you start your NBA career. However you choose to do it. What is matchmaking? Matchmaking is like they're gonna have different buildings in the city that you can go into for your normal 3v3 games, or we don't know exactly what they're gonna have. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. But similar to rec, how you go into rec for matchmaking, you're gonna do that for regular like park games, so you no longer have to wait on the dots. You could just go into a matchmaking building and get paired up. Interior defense gonna be OP, huh? So yeah, Mike Wing, I dropped a video on TikTok, just put one on YouTube Shorts as well. It looks like interior defense is getting a huge buff. Is one of Mike Wang's top 5 upgrades for 2K22. So we could expect interior defense to get a huge buff. He said blocking is miles ahead of what it's ever been. Also, keep in mind, y'all, hey, $2.99 from Baby Clay. Appreciate you. Pair character with lovey-dovey eye blowing rare. Oh, that's what it is. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. What up, Ortiz? What's good, man? One question. What are you looking forward to on 2K22? I'll definitely answer that. I'm looking forward to balanced gameplay. I was gonna say, keep in mind that your interior defense, this is how your defense is gonna work. Your interior defense Your interior defense attribute is gonna cover any like defense in the paint. Your perimeter defense attribute is gonna cover any defense in along the perimeter. This is how shot contests are gonna work. Your blocking attribute is only gonna determine how frequent you get your hand on the ball. So keep that in mind when you're making your builds out there, y'all. Try to keep that in mind, that your interior defense attribute is going to be for the paint, and you could probably have your interior defense up high because that's going to count as the contest. And your perimeter defense, if you're a perimeter defender, you can have that up high and that'll count as your contest. But your blocking attribute is only going to determine how frequent you make contact with the ball. So just keep that in mind when you're making your builds. What I want to see in 2K22 is really balance and build diversity. That's really what I want to see. I want to be able to defend against an offensive player's creativity. I want to be able to defend against an offensive player and not defend against animations. So hopefully they could bring that to fruition and we could see different type of builds in 2K22 and different type of playing styles. You feel me? I'm a defensive player. I love it. Yes, sir. Jay Moody. What's good? You pre-ordered? Nice. Your shooter. I love my defense stats and all that being a threat. Defense, yeah, defense wins championships, man. Defense wins games. It's universal. What up, Vans? What's good, Vans? How do you feel about the return of the draft mode in my team? Well, this is going to be my first year playing my team, and I'm looking forward to playing my team while we talk about stuff in these live streams. I'm totally new to it, so I tried it for the first time this year at the very end, just like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I really loved what I saw. And I've been playing 2K since the very first 2K ever released, but never tried my team since it's been introduced. And I tried it for the first time about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I was like, man, I should have been in this game mode. I loved it. I don't order physical copies. What up, Vice? What's good? Vice is out there. Just Fat Man, what's good? Appreciate you holding down Twitch. Bayou, what's good, Bayou? They appreciate the follow, Bayou. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Red. Yes, sir. Now, yeah, I don't order no physical copies no more. What up, Mamba? Mamba out there. Shake and Bake did a 55-minute video on the blog for this year's My Team. Yeah, I like my team. I like what I'm seeing. I'm really looking forward to getting into it this year. I highly doubt, like I was saying in the last live stream, I think I would only go online when I live stream with you guys, so you guys can see me evolve. And I'm sure in the beginning I'm gonna get my butt whooped, but you guys can see me evolve and hopefully offer tips on how to play my team. But I'm more so interested in the offline gameplay for my team, so I think that's gonna keep my hands full. Yeah, you need a lot of money to get good cars. Just gotta grind for them. Oh, you say you don't need a lot of money to get good cars. You just gotta grind for them. And I don't think I'm gonna mind grinding because the modes were so interesting. What type of build am I trying to make on 2K22? I'm leaning towards, and this is really vague because I haven't gotten my hands on the builder to see what's out there and to see if there's any exploits. But I'm leaning towards a two-way type of player, more like a perimeter defender that can shoot. And usually with two ways or P-locks, they can finish good. So that goes without saying. And looking at the badges from the W Online image that we got, it looks like we're going to be able to create pretty powerful offensive builds out there. So I just want to add more defense. Appreciate the follow. It's the chosen one. Appreciate y'all, man. I pre-ordered the digital. Yeah, that's what I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the cross-gen digital bundle. They definitely give out a lot of good grindable stuff. Yeah, all those modes, and then, you know, going over the My Team Corsair report, and seeing all like the stuff. Like I love the triple threat idea, where it's no longer. So I think what they were trying to counter. I don't know if you guys play my team, but my team's sounding pretty dope this year. That triple threat online, and I was reading my comments because I made a video about it. You start with 100 points, and now it's not a matter of how many points you score, but more so a matter of how many points you don't allow your opposing team to score. So it's like you want to limit those points that they score. Even if you win the game, you could lose. So I like that idea. And it makes it less about people being glitchy and having particular cards, and more so about like how many points are you going to allow them to score. It's interesting stuff. Guards that are below 6'2", 2K Intel supposedly got hold of a screenshot that has some details. Yeah, I made a video about it, Vance. I already dropped the video on TikTok. If you guys are not familiar with the TikTok, you might want to go check that out. TikTok is going insane, and I keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on with 2K22. So yeah, we made a video about 2K Intel's leak for the My Career information, but some people are calling it fake. So keep that in mind. And when he did release it, he did say that he doesn't know if it's real or fake. Donovan Herrera, what's good? You know, if you pre-order the 70, you still get current gen. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you get current gen for the cross-gen bundle and the 75th edition bundle. So yeah, a lot of stuff. It's official. Defense OP. They made a WoW mode for defense. Yeah, I think, yo, what up, Millie? I think defense is gonna be good. I think offense is gonna be just as good as well, though. They're giving the offense a whole lot of tools to be good. I think there's people that are gonna be frustrated because you're coming from 2K 21 that catered to so many casual type of players. So you're going to see a lot of bad habits going into 2K22. There's going to be a ton of bad habits, poor shot selection, poor dribbling, a ton of bad habits going into 2K22, and them boys going to be pissed. Them boys going to be upset. How come I'm getting stripped so much? What up, wise guy? Yeah, them boys going to, if you change to New Zealand, you can play it on the 9th at 8 a.m. Yeah, I have no intention. People do that, but I don't have any intention of changing it to New Zealand. Irv Gotti. I prefer offense to be hard instead of defense. Yeah, I think it creates a more balanced type of game. So I'm interested. I think the offense is going to be just as good as the defense, especially if you grind out, get them badges, get your attributes up. I think the offense is going to have a good time as well. It's always been like that. Even with good defensive games like 2K19 had them lockdowns, the offense was still there. You know, it ain't like it eliminated the offense completely. So I think we're looking forward to seeing, or at least I'm looking forward to seeing a really balanced year. In comparison to 2K21, almost anything could be balanced. So the news tracker, we got Cade Cunningham's face scan, which is pretty dope. I think they did a dope job on him. Let's see if we could pull it up. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on him. You gotta give it up for 2K, man. If you look back at some of the older images of players, they really advanced. Hopefully they spend just as much time in the gameplay. Yeah, what's the deal, City? I'm gonna have like 14 finishing, 30 shooting and playmaking, and with all that I can open. Whoa, imagine. You say you want to have 30 shooting badges and 20 defensive badges. That's tough. I was gonna wait for streams, but I missed playing with you guys, so I'll get it. All right, sounds good. You miss playing 2K. Yeah, you definitely got to get on it. Anything else? Nothing on strength yet. They did have this to say here, which we could pull up. I made a video on this as well on TikTok. A pickpocket works against players who are actively dribbling or in triple threat. So your pickpocket badge, like I said, we're going to see a ton. What up, Almighty Rob Boy? I feel like the game is actually going to take skill this year, but I also feel like they're going to ruin it because of the newbies who complain. Let's hope they stick to their guns. They're selling the game off defense, so let's hope they stick to their guns. They're like, I was listening to somebody and they were saying, well, normally sports games don't sell off of defense, but being that 2K has such a horrible defensive year in 2K21, they're trying to sell this game off defense. It says pickpocket works against players who are actively dribbling or in a triple threat. So you can use your pickpocket badge to strip somebody even in a triple threat. But as soon as the offensive player starts a gather, and that's a gather either on a layup, dunk, or even on a shot, even if they gather to shoot, that's when your ball stripper badge is going to kick into effect. So keep that in mind. A lot of people are thinking the ball stripper badge was just solely for like when somebody's driving. Mike Wang confirms that as soon as the offensive player starts a gather, and he put in parentheses, a layup, dunk, or a shot, steal attempts use ball stripper for success. So that's definitely interesting to keep in mind. I thought that was hella interesting that he put shot in there. I know a lot of people are going to be upset. People are going to be upset with all the strips. If you guys don't remember the 2K19 lockdowns, even 2K20 locks, people were upset then. And I think defense is going to be even stronger than it was then. So good news is most kids don't have next gen. So the hardcore guys paid the extra money to get the next gen console, so maybe the complaints will be minimal. I highly doubtful. Sounds like I'm gonna need 40 defensive badges. A lot of people, because we played 2K21 next gen, so, and man, the IQ alone, like the IQ, maybe they weren't all kids, but man, the IQ alone on next gen kind of showed a lot of young-minded players, or at least they showed a lot of non-basketball players, because I couldn't wrap my head around some of the decision making in 2K21. I couldn't wrap my head around it. The triple lock squads, word up. What up, Hudson? People are talking about like rebounding wing type of builds as well. That's interesting, I thought too. 138 in the chat. Go crazy. Please hit that like button on your way in. Take a second, hit that like button. What up, Stick? What's good? Holding down Twitch. I mean, all the hardcore people just glitch and do the Curry slide all day for buckets. So they're gonna rage when they can't do it anymore. Keep in mind, y'all, like we've been through this stuff. I've been through, and it's true, it's facts. A lot of people are gonna be upset with the gameplay and the defense, but we've gone through intense defensive years already. I don't know. I imagine it's probably gonna be a little bit more difficult this year, but there hasn't been any defense yet that completely eliminated offense. Not to say that they would eliminate offense. Offense is always a key factor for 2K. But I'm just referring to, it's not going to discourage players from playing the game. Because they're always going to be out there. Always going to try to figure out the next like cheese or glitch. Offense is strong. Offensive minded players are strong as well. It's just hopefully, hey, what up, Monte? Hopefully we see some more balance, you feel me? Appreciate the sub, Hudson. Thank you. Curry slide is back. Might try to troll people and say maybe he won't add it. No, he did try and troll in that tweet. He did try and troll, but it's gonna be locked. It's not gonna be off rip. So it's gonna be locked in a season. We don't know where it's at in the season. Maybe they'll just drop it soon so people don't complain. Hopefully they drop it in later seasons. But I've played the game before the Curry slide even existed, so it really doesn't mean much to me. There's always a glitch, yeah? There's always a glitch. There's always a dribble glitch, whether it's the Curry slide or not. Somebody always figures something out to glitch the defender. $4.99 from Jerry Cruz. Question: is 22 gonna be just a copy and paste for current gen? Because it seems like next gen is getting all the perks. Please, can you answer this? Yeah, for sure, Jerry Cruz, man. Yeah, I appreciate your question. And I appreciate the $4.99. I don't think you gotta understand that there's two different development teams developing these games. So 2K22 for next gen is being developed by the veteran 2K developers, and it was just, I think, this current year where 2K acquired Hookbang, and Hookbang is now Visual Concepts Austin. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Hookbang is responsible for developing 2K22 for current gen. You got to keep that in mind, that they're a new development team, newly acquired by 2K, so they're not going to want to just let the player base down, and they're not going to want to develop a bad name for developing a game their first time out in full development, because they've already worked with 2K. I think over the past couple years they worked with design aspects of 2K, but this year they're developing current gen, and I gotta tell y'all, man, I don't feel bad. I don't feel like it's gonna be like a copy and paste. You're gonna get different aesthetics. You're gonna be playing on a cruise ship. There's gonna be a whole new design. You got seasons in current gen as well. You got the My Career there, but it's gonna be a more traditional My Career. You got different I'm excited about current gen. You got different locales as you travel. So far they've mentioned the Caribbean, Iceland, and Egypt. So those are three different, very different locations, and I'm looking forward to it. I played 19 for 3 years, so try not to be too discouraged, because I intend to play current gen. I intend to be on there and see what they're talking about. Dribbling and badges and stuff is all gonna be the same, so there ain't gonna be too much differences in playing style. So you guys, it can't be copy and paste, because they're gonna be they're offering the same dribble moves and badges and stuff for current and next gen. So I don't see a copy and paste. Making the first build gonna be a little scary. Hoping you make the right build. I feel the same way, Jordan. It is a little scary, and that's why I'm gonna spend a good amount of time. There is a thing too, that my thing is, how about they upgrade them servers? Facts. My thing about current gen that I'm a little concerned about is the pie charts. They should have just incorporated the player builder. They should have made them the same. They are adding some new pie charts though, so I don't know what that's gonna mean, or how it's gonna look like. Pesos was good. If they make current gen like 2K20, I'd be happy with that for a whole year. Facts, I'd be happy with that too, and I think it's gonna be like that. I think we're leaning that way. I could see that. 148 in the chat. I'm just worried about latency at launch. I'm kind of worried about that too. I'm happy that they got matchmaking, so we got a fallback. I'm a little concerned that there's going to be AIs and matchmaking, which I don't want to see, like we have in the rec center. I definitely don't want to see that. So the reason why I'm concerned about latency is because there's going to be a ton more NPCs out there, and if matchmaking don't work and we're forced to play games in the park, 2K couldn't handle the jumbo screens playing a video in the background. That's what caused all that choppiness. So I don't know how they're gonna handle NPCs moving all over the place in the background. What up, Jason? What's good, man? I feel like Beluga will nerf defense when people can't cheese the score. We gotta hope they stick to their guns. They're touting defense this year. They're basing the game on defense. It was their #1 priority this year. We gotta hope that they stick to their guns and leave the offense frustrated. Leave the offense guessing. It takes a while for offense. It takes a while for offense to figure it out. They gave the offense a bunch of new tools, and they just need to let them figure it out. I'm tired of creating a build that's getting patched on the first patch or the second patch and is not even useful anymore. It's not just like minor adjustments. It's like player breaking adjustments where you gotta create a new player because like leaning shots are no longer working, things like that. So I made a extender span one for an extender and Cat 8 cables. Menace badge definitely gonna be. What up, P? What's good? Yeah, it's almost 2K week. The Menace badge, everybody's gonna be running. And again, keep in mind, folks, keep in mind that if you create a build, because a lot of people are gonna lean towards defensive type of builds. So if you're creating your build with a minimum 3-point shot, so let's say you're like, well, maybe I can get up to an 80 3-point shot. Keep in mind that the Menace badge is gonna be running rampant out there. A lot of defenders are going to have that Menace badge, and the Menace badge is going to be dropping attributes. It's not going to be like dropping badge points like defensive stopper used to be. It's going to be dropping attributes, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're going to make a build with a lower 3-point, like just trying to hit that minimum where you can be consistent, you might want to go 4 attributes higher than that, just in case the Menace badge is somebody's out there where they're on Hall of Fame and they're dropping your attributes by 4, although we haven't gotten confirmation as to how many attributes it will drop. I imagine it'll be 1 attribute per badge level, and if they got it on Hall of Fame, then your attributes drop and your 3-point shot could drop 4 attribute points. I would recommend going with, like, if 80 is your minimum, or if 80 is the standard minimum where you can be consistent, I would recommend going like 84 or something like that. That's if you don't have if you're not, your primary focus isn't 3-point shooting. If your primary focus is 3-point shooting, you're going to have a 90 something with badges and all of that. So green with a 63 point again. I don't see that happening. I don't see people greening like that. It is going to be a lot easier to shoot as this 2K22 is going to be more so based on shot IQ and shot selection, creating the open shot, and you'll be rewarded for taking open shots, and you'll just have a heavier penalty for taking contested shots. My main things is disheartening they don't give details on how badges like that work. Facts. Why can't they be more transparent? Why can't they say, listen, you're going to drop 4 attribute points? Why does the community have to guess this stuff? My main thing is that the servers feel good and there's working matchmaking and rec. Excited for the defensive boosts and a lot of new additions, but that won't matter if it doesn't feel good. Can't say it any better than that. 2K21 didn't feel good to me and nothing mattered. No event, no aesthetic, no nothing like about the game, how the game looked, because the game looked amazing. But if it don't feel good when you're out there on the court, ain't nothing else gonna matter. If it's just goofy and it don't feel like basketball, we was out there playing rugby in 2K21. Definitely wasn't basketball. So, they just need to bring it back to basketball and we should be good. Hey, I'm good. Emo, what's good, Emo? I'm chilling, man. How do you think matchmaking will work? I don't know. I got to say, what I got to say about matchmaking is that I haven't seen 2K have a successful track record with matchmaking. We go into pro-am arenas and we kill in pro-am, only to get to the pro level and have to reset our team because of poor matchmaking. We have to reset our whole team while I done created a whole design multiple years in a row for our jerseys and our courts, and we have to reset it back to the beginning just because they can't matchmake us. And then we get the rec center matchmaking, and we're stuck playing 4 AIs for 3.5 quarters. I don't like it. What up, Big Laylo? What's good? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I didn't make PG builds since 2K19 when PlayShot was truly official, but now PlayShots don't seem that damn good anymore to me. Well, they might be back. We might see them back in full effect this year, and 2K is giving them the tools they need to be successful. Keep that in mind. We got the chef badge, which is gonna let them take the chef badge is gonna let these shot creators take 30-foot range hop jumpers. So yeah, they're giving them tools. What up, MP? Morpheus. What's good, y'all? Ball handle, 3-point mid, high possible, and defense upgrade to be elite. That's my idea. Any news on the builder? No news yet, Blizz. No news on the builder, or not much. You know, the second that we get news on that builder, that's one of the most key aspects that we want to get our hands on. It's like one of the key aspects, and get a better idea on that builder. As soon as we get info on that builder, boom, we drop it. And I recommend y'all go to my TikTok, AllCityLiveTV on TikTok, because that's where I start my day, dropping videos from any information I receive. Boom, drop a video on it. So if we hear anything, we'll definitely talk about it on these live streams. But if you want to stay up to date, definitely check out that build, or you just want to stay connected. I mean, definitely check out that TikTok if you just want to stay up to date. You think 2K22 is going to be good? It has potential. It has potential to be good, y'all. You can't knock the idea that it has potential. Either 2K is super great, which we know they're genius, they're marketing geniuses, but to tackle almost every single complaint and have like something to back it up with what they're tackling. I do want to mention that it wasn't too long ago where I was going through the old courtside reports prior to the release of NBA 2K21, and there was a lot said prior to the release of 2K21 that we didn't see come to fruition in 2K21 with the gameplay. So there was a lot of things that they said, including foot planning technology and all this stuff. Defense, keep in mind also that I was on the Czar's live stream talking about defense, and he only has 6 to 8 weeks to he took over defense 6 to 8 weeks prior to the release of 2K21. So he was a developer who worked on offense, and there was a developer who was working defense for the last 6 or 7 years prior to 6 to 8 weeks prior to the release of 2K21. That developer who was working on defense for that long left. He was no longer with the company. So the Czar took over defense, and I was watching his live stream, and he was going through explaining, and he had like the game up and he was showing the motions and everything, explaining in great detail some of the things that or changes that he's made. And he also admitted that when he took over defense, he didn't want to trash his fellow 2K employee, but he did say he noticed a lot of problems with defense, and that it was going to take a bit to, I guess, get to the point of 2K22 or what they're trying to sell us in 2K22. So he sounds super sincere, he sounds super knowledgeable, and the little details that he was like trying to show us, it really showed that he has a good knowledge of defensive mechanics and how defense should function. So I'm hoping that this is a W for the players out there and for defenders, and we can see much more balance. Hey, what up, Greens? What's good? What's your opinion on interior defense? Or interior defense, I just dropped a video on TikTok. It looks like it's going to be OP this year. What position you're starting with? That remains to be seen, Gouda. It remains to be seen till I get my hands on that builder. and find out if there's anything, because we know we have an indicator with 2K21 and how one build was overpowered. Although I think 2K is gonna balance the builds and positions out much better this year, we're gonna look to see and go through multiple builds and positions to see if there's any exploits like there was in 2K21, because we could have saved ourselves a lot of time had we known about that earlier. Willie Jones was gonna be your build in 22. I'm not sure just yet, but I'm leaning towards a defensive build, two-way. No, I gotta shoot, so I'm leaning towards a two-way shooting type of build, and I gotta be that vague because I don't got my hands on the builder yet. So, do you know if you get the free 100,000? You get free 100,000 VC if you do extra VC for the version that you purchase. For example, it's not gonna be 200,000 this year, y'all. It's gonna be 100,000. The only reason we got 200,000 last year is because current gen and next gen released at different dates, so they gave us 100,000 for both generations of the game. This year you're only getting 100,000, and you got to choose wisely on which version of the game you want to spend that 100,000 on. But it is gonna be you could transfer your wallet, so your wallet could go from current gen, a shared VC wallet between the generations within the console family. So like if you're on current gen, you want to spend 50,000 VC, you could do that on current gen and then spend 50,000 VC on next gen. So it's going to be a shared VC wallet. Yeah, please hit that like button, please, on your way in. You think they show the builder with this batch of news or another trailer? Well, we're 7 days out. We should be seeing the I don't think they'll do it this weekend, but the beginning of next week we should be seeing a city trailer. We still got to see the city trailer and the neighborhood trailer. I imagine they'll drop the neighborhood trailer first for current gen, and then go to the city trailer. This week's news, I could bring that up. I could bring it up right now. We could go into the news tracker and tell you what we should be expecting. Pretty sure it's on 2K's Twitter. I'll bring that up in just a second. Yeah, so this week's news is the city, and we'll go into the news tracker right quick. So we got the city. It's going to be the city, my career, and my NBA, which they'll be talking about the week of September 6th. So that's coming up. I don't know if they're going to release builder information. I just don't know. What up, Big Mix? Shit, 2K19 had defensive play shot. I don't like where 2K is always an offensive game. It's never really a defensive game like 19. Well, I think they're looking to change that. I really think they're looking to change that. Yeah, I think they dialed defense back way too far for 2K21 as well. It felt so watered down. What's a good attribute numbers for interior and strength in a point guard on 22, you think? Well, we don't know about strength yet because we haven't heard anything about strength. If I was making a build for interior defense this year, I would have maxed out my interior defense. Being that Mike Wang confirmed that it was one of his top 5 upgrades for 2K22, you could probably bet that you're gonna have a good interior defensive year. Anything's gonna be better than 2K21 in regards to interior defense, but I think if you're gonna be an interior defender, you want to up that as high as you can go. I can't really say for sure until we get our hands on it, but yeah, your interior, knowing that interior defense is gonna count as your shot contest in the paint, that attribute is gonna count as your shot contest, and it's not gonna be your blocking attribute that counts as your interior defense or the interior defense shot contest. Knowing that your interior defense attribute is going to be the key attribute to make contests or get contests in the paint. Do you think that you will be able to get 2 takeovers in 2K22 in current gen and next gen? I imagine that there's gonna be something different called takeover perks. So I can't really say for sure until I see how they introduce those takeover perks. Because maybe takeover perks will be something that allow you to just have one takeover, and then you kind of determine how you use your takeover perks. At least that's what they mentioned. They mentioned something about takeover perks. What up, Easy Takeoff? What's good? Nah, don't make the course bigger. I think they shouldn't be as wide, but maybe longer. Pickpocket was garbage. Pickpocket was terrible this year, but that's gonna change, y'all. If y'all don't remember, 2K19, it's gonna be very similar, where people are gonna be frustrated. They better get that unpluckable on diamond, because people are gonna be frustrated. There ain't gonna be no more bad, hopefully. There ain't gonna be nearly as many bad habits, which allowed room for smarter and more efficient point guards out there instead of dribbling in your grill. It's so frustrating. They'll straight crossover in your grill in 2K21, which made no sense, and win and lose the rock. Hopefully we see more pickpockets, less bump steals, more pickpockets. If you cross over the wrong way and I play if I play the hand that you crossed over to, and I have a high steal attribute, and I was at the right angle and hit that steal button at the right time, that ball should be mine. It was all too often where you played you made the correct movement and got a lead on the offensive players or the ball handler's movement. So if he's going to the right, you got a lead on that particular hand, similar to how you get steals in my career. If you got a lead on that hand or on that crossover move, you was a step ahead, that ball should be yours. The ball is not secure. If you look at what a Caribbean, if you look at really good point guards, they're not dribbling in someone's grill. It's like, you know how you press L2 to keep the ball secure? Well, that's how people would come down the court. They'll come down the court with keeping that ball secure. And I think that needs to be play as a factor in 2K22. You better secure that rock. You better press L2 and bring that ball slowly down the court. And play smart. Play as a team. Create plays. Force the offense to create plays. Make point guards be point guards, not just ISO gods. Let's get back to gameplay. Smarter gameplay. And I think there's going to be a little bit of frustration, especially coming from 2K21, that encourage bad basketball behavior. So hopefully that's the case. Let's see what happens. Robin Jet out there, people really get tired of the dunk meters, for real. Well, it's not a dunk meter, y'all. Keep that in mind. You don't need to have a meter. It's not an automatic meter for y'all. You don't ever need to even activate the meter. You could put let's say you put on straight arm tomahawks. You could just dunk with left and right. You won't even ever have to activate the meter. The dunk meter is solely for aggressive dunks. So if you're out there, you want to catch a body, you're going to use the aggressive dunk meter and hold back on the stick. Holding down on the stick is going to bring up that meter. So y'all could have a clear mind where you don't even need to worry about the dunk meter. Hey, what up, Cap? What's good? Magic Johnson and Gary Payton did it all the time. Facts. Secure that rock. That's what I'm talking about. Secure that rock. Park and career news should be this week. I could bring back up the news tracker if you guys. We should be seeing a city trailer. We're gonna get that my career news The City and My NBA the week of September 6th. So you got that there. Everything in basketball is a weapon: defense, dribbling, shooting, passing. Defense is trash. You take away one of the weapons, it feels weird. Glad they're taking it serious, but we'll see. Yeah, we got to see how serious they're taking. Yeah, Caribbean. I was just we just spent a good amount of time covering that that interior defense attribute is gonna be your contest. So you may not even need your blocking attribute to be so high this year, because your blocking attribute is just gonna determine how frequently you actually get your hands on the ball. Your perimeter defense attribute is gonna be your contest, determine your contest rate at the perimeter, but your blocking attribute, even at the perimeter, is only going to determine how often you or how frequently you get your hands on the rock. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Bake. Especially being that they did the same thing this week. It's probably going to be Tuesday. Bam. Tuesday drop. The City and My Career. And it looks like they do it in order. So we had gameplay and then My Team. So we should be seeing the City and My Career. And maybe My NBA last. I don't know. I love Agent's comment on that post. What a weird way to market the game. 2K always switches things up year to year. Everyone needs to go in this year going to play or let you get away with what you may have in 21. I would think they would show the builder with My Career news. They may show a glimpse. It'd be nice to see a glimpse. Is that there's going to be two different builders this year? Well, current gen is going to have a pie charts, and next gen is going to have, I imagine, a very similar builder to what we've seen in 2K21. Gameplay into next gen was like playing basketball in the Wild Wild West. Yeah, that's how I felt too, a Chosen One. I've even said that quite a few times. Yeah, it's true. Knowing 2K, you never know, man. Yeah, it was playing Wild Wild West. I always look forward. Appreciate the sub, Chosen One. Forget cross gen. What's the cross platform? Yeah, and I don't know if 2K is gonna get on that bandwagon. I don't know when they intend to get on that crossplay bandwagon, but it looks like they're slacking on them macking. They're not finna get on that bandwagon no time soon. I don't know, maybe they lose money. I could see them going that route if it ever turns into a free-to-play game. I could see them taking that route the very same year, if it ever goes free-to-play, and that'll be determined by how successful they can sell these seasons. But if it ever goes free-to-play, that very same year we'll get crossplay. Gameplay coming out September. Well, we're gonna see we're only 7 days out, so everything is happening this week. Yeah, so you're gonna get gameplay, you're gonna get the city trailer, maybe even the neighborhood trailer, and they'll show bits and pieces of gameplay in those trailers. Yeah, everything, we're here. That's it. What's up, Amanda? Blessings. It's the City, My Career, and My NBA the week of September 6th. Yeah, we're on the 3rd. Harim, what's good? Just passing sports games might be free to play. Yeah, a lot of, I think eventually all sports games might be free to play. Yeah. Just passing through to show some love. Appreciate the love, Harim. 3-way demigods. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think that's where we're headed. We're headed to a free-to-play type of environment. And if you just keep up with technology, a lot of these things are going to be cloud-based. So that's where gaming would eventually head. And they're gonna, I think a lot of games are gonna be headed towards sports, towards free to play, and you're gonna be playing either monthly subscription, or you're gonna have things like seasons where you pay for the season, and it'll be a smaller number, which will be easier to pay, but that'll be a lot more people paying for like a season instead of like the full game, and they could release those seasons throughout an entire year, just multiple seasons. So where 2K is like $60, and that's universally for every console, and they have to keep these universal prices that haven't really gone up as much as you would think. So they, the gaming industry try to create different versions of the game, because if you left it up to them, they would charge you $100 for the standard game. But the gaming industry really only took baby steps in increasing these prices to get the standard version of the game. If they make it free to play and charge you seasons, where you once paid like $60 for the game to play, the entire game, to play every season, considering that this year 2K21 they have 9 seasons. If they charge $20 per season, that's $180 from the consumer. So that's a huge difference, and that's not mentioning the microtransactions and stuff like that. So they'll be making way more money, and it just seems like the way of the future. And if they make good games, it's a win-win for everybody, but they just gotta make good games, man. Hey, what up, Vegeta? What's good? Anyone who still plays the game, did you notice the animations 2K added in to try out? 5 on defense? No, I haven't noticed anything. Yeah, PC players. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play against PC players. It's facts. And I think if they did crossplay, maybe PC players will be playing with like Nintendo players. Maybe they'll just put Nintendo, then maybe they'll just group Nintendo players with the PC players, and just put Xbox players with PlayStation players. WBD, what up? Trying to make a mini power forward center as a point guard. I know in 2K19 the two-way finisher build was a goated build for Park. Hella defensive build. There was a lot of great builds. There was a lot of different builds that were really good. But I know that two-way finisher. Oh my, I think it was a two. Yeah, it was called a two-way finisher. Yeah. PC players with mobile players were. How long do you plan on streaming? Launch night? That's a good question. It depends on what we see. Because I could get lost in a player builder, and I know it and how active our stream is. Hopefully our stream is really active that night. And if it's really that good, if everything looks good and we get lost and we just creating dialogue and trying new things, I could see me going to the morning. But it just really all depends. I do want to get a jump on content, so I'm more so not looking to be streaming gameplay as much, but more so just dropping information and content and getting a good jump on it, and then getting back on stream and talking about everything we're learning about the game, learning about everybody's builds and experiences. But yeah, I definitely want to. Vegeta said we ain't getting no sleep. I miss my shooting guard, post-scoring shot creator. Ronnie probably thinking, wow, look at all these pre-orders. The day comes out a day early. City on to about 7. I don't know. I've never did it where I stood up until the morning. But there's a lot to look forward to in 2K22. So let's see how that turns out for us. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you guys could come through and we'll have a great stream where we're just keeping each other up and while I'm doing this on live stream, looking for different builds and looking for exploits, you guys could be doing the same, and we just keep each other informed. That'll be super dope. I love when I look at my friends list and all I see is the builder and my friend status. Kenneth Haynes, what's good, Ken? What's up, Tyler? Tyler Anderson out there. Ty Quill, what's good? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Not much news today. You know, the only thing we covered today is that you could go into the news tracker. What we covered today was that the week of September 6th, you're going to be getting the city and my career and my NBA information. These are the dunking celebrations right here. Hey, appreciate the $2 when you drop in. When you drop in your OnlyFans explicit content. Man, I ain't with no OnlyFans. These are your dunking celebrations here. So that was some. We also got the Cade Cunningham. First look at Cade Cunningham. It looks pretty dope. And Mike Wang released another tweet talking about pickpocket and ball stripper, the new ball stripper badge. And that's not the OnlyFans ball stripper. That's actually a badge in the game. It says pickpocket works against players who are actively dribbling or in a triple threat. So you use your pickpocket badge, even if they're in a triple threat, your pickpocket badge could strip somebody in a triple threat. And as soon as the offensive player starts a gather, and that could be a layup gather, a dunk gather, or even a shot gather. As soon as they start a gather, your ball stripper badge is what will take effect on a steal. That's what we got. I'm going to talk. All right, Bees, catch you. All right, Vice, I'll catch you, bro. We'll catch you tomorrow. We'll do it again. Well, I guess we will get some build variety for a few months without a demo. I guess I see what you're saying. I guess we will get some build variety. I think we will as well. I think it's going to take a little while for the community. Maybe not even a little while. Maybe about a week before they find some. It sounds canned. Damian Lillard needs a new jump shot. I still can't believe they made a badge called Ball Stripper. Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable even saying the badge name. But, you know, I do a lot of badge videos, so I'm going to have to do a few videos really uncomfortable. Pickpocket and in a triple threat. Yeah, you could use somebody like you used. Yeah, you can use the my fault, yeah. I was just listening to some. You can use the pickpocket badge in a triple threat. Somebody's in a triple threat, you could actually strip the rock from them. No more scoring machines. Now you gotta equip 2 badges. Yeah, you gotta pretty much. Well, you gotta think for a second. You gotta think for a second that and maybe, you know, there's a lot. I know there's a lot of new players on 2K, but it used to be a thing where, and it wasn't too long ago, where people would, you know, if somebody's driving to the rack, people would rather spam the steal button before even jumping to like contest the shot, because that's how common it was to strip somebody running to the rack. And that's where badges like fancy footwork were like really special. And it just used to be a thing. It was 2K21 was just non-existent, but it used to be a very common thing that people would try and strip you while you're driving to the rack, and it happened too often. It was super annoying. So now they got the ball stripper badge, and it's like, oh man, what we finna see? And I don't know if you guys noticed as well, but in one of the gameplay reviews, they did show somebody catching a charge. Which is good to see as well, because I used to love catching charges. But yeah, it looks like charges are going to be a thing again. what you're saying is basically confirming that P-locks are gonna have a great year. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a P-lock type of build. The Black Beatles mannequin challenge. Oh, when you saying when I was just listening? Nah, I heard something outside. That's why I was trying to listen. Yeah, I want balance. That's my goal. That's definitely my goal for that's my, at least what I want to see in 2K22 is just balance, man. Let a defender be a defender. Let the offensive player be an offensive player. Give us freedom. Give us responsiveness. Don't allow. Listen, put it like this. If a defender, as a defender, I cannot press anything on my controller that will stun you on offense or stun the ball handler. I cannot press anything on my controller that force the offensive player to either go immobile or just like get stunned or force an animation on you. So I don't think the offensive player should be able to do the same. Now, when it comes to misdirection, I'm saying, well, yeah, you allow me. If I press right when you go left, you get to beat me. But if that's not, if misdirection ain't happening, then the ball handler should be forced to pass the rock. I think 2K needs to not be involved anymore. Like, don't get involved with what's going on. Just give us the animations, give us the freedom, and let us work. What an offensive player queues up on their controller should not have anything to do with me and my controller on defense. That's how I feel. Hopefully people aren't just trying to catch a charge by randomly holding it in treasures. Yeah, I used to always do that. I was like the charge card king. Yeah, I used to love catching charges, man. Yeah. You could even do it in the park. It won't be called a charge, but they'll go into an animation where they lose the rock. But yeah, charges used to be a thing, man. City, we're gonna have to talk you off the P-lock ledge before Thursday night. Well, I'm not really on the P-lock. I'm not really like 100% on the P-lock. I want to see what the P-lock has to offer. Like, I just want to see the build and see. Because I'm not leaning completely towards the P-lock. I just want to have good defense, and I want to be able to shoot, and I'm pretty sure that I want to have a fairly good amount of dribbling. So we're gonna see where we're at with that. Yeah, first down. Yeah, that's exactly. And nobody understood why I would say first down. Like, nobody, I never, not once had anybody understand why I would say first down. And that was like my time playing Madden. So I would always say first down every time I catch a charge. And nobody really understood that. It was just like, oh, all right. I like the idea. I mean, I want to see it. I would prefer current gen to have the player builder for next gen, but I've learned that it's pretty much the same thing because you had limitations in next gen. The way in which they adjusted your attributes, you had certain limitations. So it was almost like a facade, like a facade of freedom, where you still felt somewhat limited. It was only in the power forward position that you saw like, wow, this thing opened up. But when you tried to create a guard build on next gen, you saw your limitations. They were so noticeable, and it felt more like pie charts. Felt more like pie chart limitations. So, what up, Scriptures? Was good. Hey, appreciate the sub, Morpheus. I want to get my hands on the builder. Me too. Defense badges or physicals? I think they're both going to be important. You know, we got to see what physicals mean to 2K22. Are they going to mean as much? Ben Santana, what up? What up? Appreciate you coming through. What's more important, defensive badges or physicals? Yeah, it still remains to be seen. One thing I hope that it's possible to run around a defender to try and get a board. I think I like the idea of box outs being strong. I really like the idea of you, because that's normally the case. There's very few players that are able to maneuver past somebody in a good box out position. So this is why position is always key. And usually over the past few 2Ks, speed was able to kill your opportunity to get in position. Somebody who was already there, you could run under and still get in better position than somebody who's attempting to box out. But another key aspect of that as well, which is bad habits from players, is that everybody is supposed to box out. When that ball goes up, and there's something we learn playing from young, is that every single body, like everybody I'm talking about every actual body on the court, on going up, who's on defense, is supposed to start a box out. Whether you're a guard or a center, you're supposed to grab like nobody's supposed to get in that paint. And that's what's wrong. A lot of people don't understand that. If you should be trying, especially if you're at the 3-point line, you should be trying to, you should have to go through like 3 different people boxing you out to get into the paint. It's supposed to be that difficult to get an offensive rebound. So I'm hoping that it is, box out should be official. Box out should feel like it should be difficult to get that O board. Oh my God, 2K21 was, what in the world did they do with the O boards? Never ever in any 2K have I ever experienced what they did with O boards in 2K21. It was just pure silliness out there. Like you really wanted offense. It was as if it wasn't overpowered enough. You're gonna give them second and third like attempts. That was just like, oh my God, man, that was not good. It was just not a good experience. Where it wasn't even like that in the beginning of the year. They just somehow did something with the sliders and put O boards way high. I don't know what they're thinking. Bro, the dunking is gonna be weird. The dunking is not gonna be too much different, y'all. A lot of people have heard about the dunk meter and they thinking that you're gonna have to dunk using a meter every time. It's not the case. You can still do your regular dunks just like any other 2K. It's only when you use the down, only when you trigger down on your right analog stick is the dunk meter gonna pop up. And it's gonna be an aggressive skill dunk. And you use that when you want to catch a body. You see somebody in the paint and you want to try to body him, you're gonna try to use that aggressive skill dunk. But otherwise, if you just want to go straight up, you could have quit limitless takeoff, put on straight arm tomahawks, and take off from the 3-point line. Now I don't know if you're gonna take off from the 3-point line, but yeah, you could dunk regular, just like any other 2K. The stamina bar and how's it going to be effective in the game? Well, one of the things I noticed about the stamina bar is I didn't see the double bar. I don't know if that's gonna be incorporated. I mean, like, well, I saw a line at the end of the stamina bar, but there wasn't like 2 lines, one for Gatorade and one for Gym Rat. I don't know if that's gonna be added in later. Stamina is supposed to be something different this year, where players who like perform particular dribble moves or exert more energy with, or activate dribble moves that exert more energy, it's supposed to be noticeable. It all depends on how low stamina affects shooting, which Mike Wang confirmed that although your distance from the basket no longer will change your shot speed, because in 2K21, the further you were from the basket, your shot speed changed, or if you shot from the corner, your shot speed changed. Your shot speed is no longer going to change due to speed, but he did confirm your shot speed will change due to factors like fatigue. So we see what they do to, we'll see what they do with that and how they make fatigue be a factor. I'm hoping the same thing, Young. What up, gaming? I think this is gonna be the best 2K. I hope so, man. I'll try and be as optimistic as you are, man. It's not gonna be rushed. My team alone is an upgrade. My team alone is an upgrade. What do you think about them adding 1v1 court in the corner somewhere for those smack talkers? Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea, Aaron. Add a 1v1 court. Word. They have enough room in the city. There should be 1v1 courts. I love 2K brought back 2K11 stamina. Yeah, we want to see some. We want to see. Do you think Zens will be used? Well, they got rid of like the key factors like the shot aiming and the vibrational cue. And from what I understand, those were the key factors to getting them Zens to work. If you're writing scripts out there, I can't because I'm not into that stuff. So I imagine that they'll be able to figure something out. I don't know if it'll work for next gen so much because you could do like firmware updates on your controller, but in current gen it might be a thing. I don't know if 2K has what it takes to completely eliminate that stuff, or if there's just somebody else out there that could create a script with 2K22. I had to convince myself 10 times to pre-order 2K22. That's how disappointed we were in 2K21. A lot of people went through the same thing. They really had to convince themselves about 2K22, and I don't blame y'all one bit. You think if you have a 99 dunk, you will green more aggressive dunks? Yeah, I think you will green. I don't even know if there's gonna be a green dunk. I don't think it's so much so like green, like you're gonna be greening dunks out there. I don't know if it'll be considered like an excellent type of thing. It may just be a matter of success or not success, or successful or unsuccessful. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna incorporate that. I know people, because we hear meter, we think, well, if it's perfect, it should be green, but I don't know if that's gonna be incorporated into the aggressive skill dunk. Zens look hella sus on next gen and NBA 2K21, man. It was my first time seeing it on next gen with someone who shot aiming, and then mid game it disappeared. Yeah, we've had some instances where it seemed like it, and we will be streaming and they're like, well, he got a Zen. We can't 100% confirm, but we've had instances, and we've seen it ourselves where it was just like, hell no, that man should not have hit that. Mike Wang said they're gonna be green aggressive dunks. I didn't see that. And I made videos talking about the aggressive dunks from Mike Wang's tweets. Maybe he did say that. Well, he said it in the Courtside report. We should be able to report Zens mid-game. Well, he did say he said don't use a Zen. Mike Wang did say don't use a Zen. Let me see if I got the tweet here. And if he said don't use a Zen, I know I ended up renaming it. Was it shot speed? Yeah, so he said, I'm gonna bring this up right here. I don't think you guys will be able to see this because I have a window capture on, but he says shot speed no longer varies based on distance, but it will vary based on other factors such as fatigue, and he capped that off with don't use a Zen. So I don't know I don't know if that means like Zens are still like they could still be in the game. PC will get the current gen version of the game. We want 2K16 stamina. They made catching alley-oops a skill. They sure did. So all that setting screens and throwing oops to the big man is dead. Meta play is dead. Yeah, I mean, people will always find a different way to to create a new meta, to create a new cheese, new glitches. People, the 2K community, you can't ever count them out. Every year we've gone through this where they say this is dead or that is dead, and then the community just creates up, like they just create something new. The alley-oop skill, maybe alley-oops won't be a thing. If 2K didn't get it right, maybe alley-oops won't be a thing. Just gotta see how. I mean, I played versions of the game where alley-oops weren't a thing, so and we spent the whole year playing 2K16, 2K17, 2K18. Alley-oops weren't really even a thing that we, it wasn't a thing. I could have swore my Wang said there's gonna be green light dunks. It's possible. I just don't recall seeing it. 2K players will make it cheesy. Hey, thank you so much, Caden. Appreciate you watching, man. One thing that does better understand is the community will always break the game. Yeah, and there's like, and I feel you on that, but the community can't break nothing that's already in the coding. So this, and I know you're referring to the community finding cheeses, but that's supposed to be the developer's job to find like things that are imbalanced or things that can be exploited. If they don't have enough time to balance those things out, and the player, in other words, how does the player find inconsistencies in the same time it took you to develop the game while they're just playing the game? So we're not involved. The players are not involved in coding. The players are not involved in creating the game. We just play what's given to us. So a lot of people feel that way, like, yo, why can't people just play the game? And I'm like, well, I'm thinking, well, players are just playing the game, and if they find some level of inconsistency, that's the developers for allowing that in the game. Whether it's a spin dunk or a speed boost glitch, things that I will always and consistently blame the developer for and never the player, because it shouldn't have been in the game in the first place. And how is it? And I have no sympathy, because I'm like, well, this is your game. If this was my baby, if this was me, if I'm a creator, I'm a developer, these are artists, and it would be my baby, and I'd feel down about my consumer being able to figure something out that I didn't know was in the product I gave. I don't know. It's just how I see it. It's just a different way of looking at it. Nobody has mentioned phase to Mike, which is crazy. They did touch on it. What did he say on it? Let me see if it was that. No, I don't think he mentioned. Let me see if I got some here. I think they did. Just want to make sure I don't have anything here. Chef badge. We got the chef badge. That's gonna be for moving shots. I want to make sure I don't got anything. I know he said mid ranges are gonna be money with the right ratings and badges. Fades. Here we go. All right, so this is what they said about fades. Yeah, someone did mention fades. So somebody asked Mike Wang, they said, just wondering, in 2K22, are fades from the mid-range gonna be consistent? And Mike Wang responded with the right ratings and badges, midi fades are deadly. So Looks like that's gonna be a thing, y'all. Is current gen gonna be? I don't think it's gonna be that bad, EJ. I'm looking forward to playing current gen. You wanted 2K20 rebounding? What up, highly anticipated? Are you down to play 22 with me when it comes out? Yeah, I'm down to play anytime. Yeah. What I miss? Gotta get locked in. My bros talk me into getting 22 for stream content. I hear that, GTTV. Yeah. No, not much news. I made a video on it, Bake. I made a video earlier today. Right before the live stream. I appreciate it though, Bake. Yeah, check us out on TikTok, man. Any information we get, I drop it on TikTok, and 2K Intel got some information about my career. It's possibility that it might be fake, but I made a video on it just in case people were interested. Just want to be able to have diversity in builds. That's how I feel. What build am I looking forward to making? A defensive type of shooting build is what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards a defensive type of shooting build. Until I get my hands on that player builder, I'll be able to better determine what type of build to make. Do you think the builder is going to be fair to me? If any year is going to be fair to like a traditional big, it's probably going to be this year. Yeah, I think if there's gonna be any year that'll be fair, it'll probably be this year, considering they got Dirk, they got Kareem on the cover, and fades and post play is gonna be a thing. It'll probably be this year that'll be fair. Getting my copy Thursday. Hey, go crazy. Yeah, I would blame the higher ups more than the devs. Yeah, I feel that. You're making a 7-foot inside center? What's the first thing you're gonna do in 2K in 22? The first thing I'm gonna do, I hope it takes skill too, Donovan. The first thing I'm gonna do is open up the player builder. I'm gonna be in next gen. I'm gonna load up next gen first. So from what I understand, they're gonna give us a cutscene, and then we're gonna end up in the city. So we might walk around the city, take a stroll around the city, the first few minutes of the live stream. But, we're going directly in the builder to find out if there's any exploits. And that's what we're going to spend a good amount of time, like looking for the exploit. Is there any build that's going to be more overpowered? And we're going to be looking at things like speed, because smaller players are supposed to have a higher amount of speed. How different is that speed, and at what point does that speed like become the same thing? At what point does it break? Will a 6-foot player be different from a 6'2" player? Will a 6'2" player feel different from a 6'5" player? And figure out where it makes a difference. Smaller players are supposed to have better ball handling, better shooting attributes, and we want to find out those differences. And even for the bigger players, we want to see like is there going to be like a noticeable hit on speed? If you make a bigger player out there, what's going to be the meta? Trying to figure out those meta builds. That's where we're going to be at. The new leaks, well, the new leaks for what they went over, what 2K Intel dropped was, I could pull it up actually. Yeah, I could pull it up. We'll go into the news tracker. This is what he dropped on his Twitter. And it says, step into the shoes of an inspiring baller in my career and carve your own path to the NBA in a Hollywood-esque Hooper's journey. Meet off-the-court friends and on-the-court foes as your rise to the top takes different twists and turns. Some based on your decisions you make for yourself, Will you make your name in college or develop your game professionally in the G League? It says select your own path. Let me move my mouse. Oh, yeah, I can't see my mouse. Sorry. Select your own path to the NBA via college stardom or the G League. Head to practice to level up your player attributes. Play league games and achieve individual goals to attract NBA scouts and secure a spot in the NBA draft or undrafted free agency. Play out your NBA career, signing new contracts and earning VC along the way. So that was pretty much what he put out there. Someone from 2K told me that Biggs will be OP. Yeah, that was Mike Wang. Mike Wang told the world that Biggs will be OP. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, nah, Mike Wang said it to the world. He said, hey, it's all good, Donovan. Yeah, he said, hey, City from Sydney, Australia. Hey, appreciate you. Wife hates games. Whose wife doesn't hate games? But yeah, I appreciate the homie from down under. I appreciate the love. You think they'll let us change the gear in high school? I'm not sure. It seems legit. Yeah, some people are saying it's fake. Even on his tweet, he said that it's possible. On his tweet, he said this could be from the beta someone tested. He said this could be from the beta someone tested if it's not fake. I appreciate all the love from all over the world. It's so amazing, especially when people come from different countries. Well, yeah, it's already 11:18. You know we're gonna keep y'all posted. I appreciate all the love and support we receive in these live streams. You know, we're trying to keep everyone up to date, go over this news. Everyone's heavily anticipating 2K22. We're here. We're only 1 week out, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Go check out the TikTok if you want to stay up to date. Join our Discord if you want to stay connected with me throughout the day. I'm in Discord all day, every day. The link for Discord is pinned on the YouTube channel, or you could type !Discord. Y'all all have a safe and blessed rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do it again. If they drop any news, we'll definitely create a video for it. And if it's big news, we'll start up a live stream and talk some more about it. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed night. Meech, appreciate the sub. Offered by GTTV. Thank you, GTTV.